And the Buckeyes, a rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reynolds. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Throwing right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Penn State!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sense that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rival. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week. Breaks into the open. 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State sends the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Little touch pass to the receiver. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in the recruiting class.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he drops the throw. This time it's complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Power football with the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Price. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Starting to feel a little pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. back. That didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got...
Brings it in down the left side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
They've got the screen set up, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Wants to fire on second down. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down and bound.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Touchdown, Ohio State! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good out throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give on the counter. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving him the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball on the ground and
intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Nice job by the defense suffocating this offense. They were ready for it. Nice job getting them on the ground, making a tackle. And here we go. This offense is trying to do something, trying to get some momentum, right back on the ball, running the no-huddle.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Peoples. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air, it's St. Clair. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling their quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And wings it incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the quickly. You've got to have better time to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Saunders. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They'll immediately call timeout. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right on target this time. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Extending the play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the 2nd half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the left. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is coming.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the shot. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Working the big fella to the corner. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
It's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I tell you what, the quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds him out of the backfield. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Corner's going to give them room. And back to the air on 2nd down. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Now improvising. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the 2nd half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Trying to make... Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer if you're the defensive coordinator.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Pulled down for the tackle.
Tackle is made at the 7-yard line. It's now 4th and goal.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Reynolds. And he's dragged down.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Catch in the middle. It's Norton. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their...
And he's got it inside the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Makes a move. He's got it out. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Catch in the middle, it's Denmark. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Denmark. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has...
There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Defense just has not had an answer for this tight end. We knew he was athletic coming into this one, and they've lined him up all over the field, but the defense has not been able to cover him. He's now got over 150 receiving yards.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
We're trailing this much in the 4th quarter. The offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Hit as he throws. He's got it. First down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10.
What a play by the quarterback there on a critical 4th down. He's able to extend the play, scramble, keep his focus downfield, find the open target, and they move the chains.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So we need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. They want to run this quarterback. Turning it on. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough for the 1st down. Still running up the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. 2nd down coming up. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.